And a good Wednesday evening to all of you here on the Mock Season Central Network channel as we get ready for 100 laps of action around the now defunct, but for this season, bringing it back, the Texas World Speedway here in College Station, Texas, in the heart of the Brazos Valley. As we welcome you to race 7 of the 2026 NASCAR Mock season, I'm Carlos Zimmerman, delighted to have you with me here on this Wednesday night as we get ready for this race. Again, 100 laps around this racetrack. 2 miles, pit window, roughly around 22 to 25 laps. It's going to make for a very interesting race, especially if it goes green to the finish. But with the way these cars ran in practice and qualifying, we are expecting a lot of close, tight action in this one. Ross Chastain on the pole for this race, a man trying to get his season together, falling out of the top 10 after last week at Darlington. He is now 16th in points. He nabs here I'm trying to find it for you right here, his first pole of the season. He'll have Ryan Preece to his outside to get this one underway today. Backing up to row number 2, Kyle Larson and Ty Gibbs, they make up the second row. Larson trying to climb his way through the points. He's 25th after dropping 5 spots last week at Darlington. Ty Gibbs, for him, trying to get up and up as well. He's 26th in the points right now. Cole Custer and Austin Cindric, they will make up row number 3. Denny Hamlin and Christopher Bell, Gibbs teammates, find themselves in row 4. And then Connor Zilic, the lone rookie in the field, will be alongside of Chase Briscoe. He will roll off from the 10th position. Looking through the points, Joey Logano, the points leader by 75 points over last week's winner at Darlington, Eric Jones. Jones will start 17th on the field in row 9. Logano will start on the outside of row 10 in 20th. Chris Buescher finds himself 3rd in points, gaining 1 spot after last week. At Darlington, Denny Hamlin gained 4 spots to move up to 4th in points. Brad Keselowski, he rounds out the top 5 in points. Tyler Reddick, who was 2nd in points but had a rough going in Darlington, he is starting dead last on the field here this evening, as he will have to work his way through the pack, stay out of trouble if he wants to find his way to a good finish here today. Keselowski leads the field in top 10s. He's got 4 out of the 6 races that have been run so far. He is an odds-on favorite to come out on top today. He will roll off 16th in this one today. Some other notables that we'll keep an eye on in this race. Daniel Suarez showed some decent speed in final practice. He will be rolling off 21st on the field, opposite of his teammate Michael McDowell, who is a man that is still trying to dig himself out of the basement. Of all the drivers that have started every race, he is last in points at 37th in the point standings after being docked at Daytona for racing incidents, but he's slowly working his way back up. He will start 22nd in this one today. SVG, he will roll off 27th. A man that has climbed to the top 15 in points, would be the second to last man in the chase for the Cup when season comes to a screeching halt at the back end of the year. Let's get the command to fire them up here in College Station at Texas World Speedway.
Drivers, start your engines!
Engines are fired. They're ready to roll off of pit lane as we get ready for, again, 100 laps of action around this 2-mile oval. And it will be an interesting way this race decides to pan out, as we will jump to the front to our pole sitter, Mr. Ross Chastain, on point. Good to have his team owner, Jack Mitchell, in the comments down below. Hoping to find, again, the key word for the guys at Trackhouse. They are just searching and longing for consistency. And if they can get it here today at Texas World, that would be paramount for this group. A guy on the outside of him, Ryan Preece, who has had an up-and-down season, to say the least. He's 30th in points with only 1 top 10 to his name. Definitely needs a good run today if he wants to start clawing his way out. Chastain on the pole, 16th in points after a really tough outing at Darlington. And we've talked a lot this season about the Hendrick guys. How are the Hendrick guys going to figure things out? They are spread out through the top 15 today. They're spread out through the points, and there'll be talking points throughout this race here today 100 laps, 2-mile oval here in College Station, just off of Highway 6 in the heart of the Brazos Valley. The Toyota Camry pace car ready to make the hard left-hand turn into the pits. There he goes. Ross Chastain and Ryan Preece ready to get us underway for 100 laps of action here in the Lone Star State. Green flag in the air. We are racing here in Texas. Beautiful start for Ross Chastain out of the gate. As you will see them fly by and dive into turn number 1. And we've already got trouble. Oh, my goodness. Chase Elliott is around. And it looks like he was the only one. But that's going to be enough to already put us under caution. My goodness. Can they keep it clean and green? Coming back for the yellow. We're going to cycle through here and make sure they make it through. And it looks like everyone will. But it has already started. That did not take long. They barely got into turn 1. Ryan Preece brings them back for the caution flag. And Chase Elliott looks like not a ton of damage, maybe a little bit on the rear end of that UniFirst Chevrolet. We were just talking about Hendrick Motorsports, them trying to figure things out. Chase 9th in points, 139 points back. But that has already got us under the yellow for the first time tonight, and we barely jumped into lap 1, but we're going to dive back, take a look and see what happened to Chase Elliott. I'm going to see, I think helicopter might be the best view for us as to what happened, and I thought maybe, here, let's go to full speed, our points leader, Logano, may have gotten caught up in it. Oh my goodness, this is going to come as a result. Man, there's really not a great angle of this. I'm sorry, guys. Helicopter might be the way to go. You're going to see the 48 hook the 12. Makes contact with Bubba Wallace and then chase up into the outside wall. But lucky for him, nobody else got into him. So really just a 2-3 car incident. But that's enough to put us under the yellow for the first time here tonight at Texas World. Under caution for the first time this evening, as we have just already had a round of pit stops, even though we had just taken the green. And it looks like everybody came down except Mr. Ty Dillon, the only one that decided to not come down pit road. And he will appear to be our leader when we are able to get back under green. If we do have another very quick caution, we may decide to turn off the double foul restarts just to alleviate some of the pressure, but we're going to just wait and see what happens. So for the moment, Ty Dillon is your leader. Ryan Preece is second, Chastain third, Connor Zilic, Chastain's teammate, up in fourth. Cole Custer will be fifth. Austin Cindric sixth, Chase Briscoe seventh, Alex Bowman, who just caused the caution, eighth, AJ Allmendinger ninth, Kyle Larson rounds out the top 10. Everybody out there on the racetrack except one, BJ McLeod, out of the race. A man that is 19th in points. He's already got 3 top 10s this year. Was just signed to a full season contract. And looks like the gearbox has gone out on the 78. And so his night is already come to a screeching halt. So a tough break for the 78 camp. Going to lose a lot of points. And again, it's unfortunate. Just got that full season contract and charter to go his way. But not going to be in the rest of this one. Should get the one to go next time by. Gives us a chance to, highlight some more storylines in today. Again, we talked about Ryan Preece, him needing a really good run today, being so far back in points. Talked with Jack Mitchell before we came on the air. They're still wanting that consistency out of Trackhouse, but haven't been able to see it. Here's a guy, not to sound like Chris Collinsworth, that we have not talked a whole lot about this season. That's Cole Custer in the 41 for Haas Factory Team. Cole Deaver, Dylan Poteet Heading up that camp, Cole Custer has had a quiet season. 21st in points, 5 spots out of the cutoff line for the chase. And he's been up and down, only one top 10. So far, to his credit this season, he's going to he's hungry for more, and I think that's what they're hoping they can get out of him today. Looking through some other contenders here, AJ Allmendinger's had a tough year, 34th in points. Also has been a non-benefactor of penalties this season due to racing incidents, so that's why he's so far back. It has been a tough season so far for colleague racing. The 10 in the 16 camp for Carson Gum and Jovan Anderson. Ty Dillon, 27th in points. He'll restart as the leader. And then AJ, 34th in points. They have got to get things together. AJ with only one top 10. Ty Dillon with only one top 10. We have received one to go. That means we will restart next time by with still a lot of race left to go. See if these guys just if they can just keep it together. Chase Elliott looks like he'll be the only one out there that may be slightly off the pace with damage. Will that number 9 car? That's a tough break for him because he's 9th in points. We mentioned earlier Hendrick Motorsports and their point situation. You got Chase 9th. William Byron is 10th. Alex Bowman 18th. Kyle Larson 25th. So you got a mixed bag. 2 that would be fighting for a championship. 2 that would not be. So, but a long season still to go. Just got to bring up, storylines the way you can, Of course, Joey Logano, the points leader, has had a great season thus far. 3 top 5s, 3 top 10s, outpacing Eric Jones by 75 points. Jones, who won last time out at Darlington. They split here as they go into 3 and 4. The 2 Trackhouse teammates are going to be alongside of each other here as we get ready to take the green. And again, just about everybody either went fuel only or took 2 tires down in the pits. Ty Dillon was the only one that rolled the dice. He will restart as the leader. So after our first caution of the night brings it out at lap 5 of 100, Ty Dillon going to step on the gas, as will Ryan Preece. Can we get to turn 1 cleanly? We're going to find out. Green flag back in the air. Dead even at the line for the 10 and the 60. Austin Cindric wants to throw it up high. This could get dicey right out of the gate. Can we complete 1 lap? Oh, my goodness. It may not happen, guys. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. There we go. Okay, big wreck in turn 2 and on the backstretch. That means we're turning double foul restarts off. Having a grand old time so far at the start of this one. This is going to be a long race. Ross Chastain's going to lead him back to the caution. Will he have his teammate right behind him? Yes, Connor Zilich. Big one in turn number 2. And it was 2 Hendrick cars. Kyle Larson, Alex Bowman. Points leader Joey Logano with damage. Austin Hill, Cody Ware, and Ryan Blaney, they had crashed on the backstretch. But it looks like everybody else was able to skate through. Okay. So we're going to already go ahead and take care of this. Double foul restarts off. That's obviously causing a problem. And why don't we go back and take a look and see what happened. Starting on the corner of turn number 2. They at least made it 1 turn this time, at least. At least that part went well. Let's see. Helicopter might, again, be the best angle we have here at Texas World. So here's your look at the replay. Got 4 wide in the corner. That clearly wasn't going to work. Brad Keselowski squeezing the 5. I believe they are the ones that make the initial contact. Yep, there it was. 48 goes up into the air. 5 goes up and over. And everyone else really avoided it for the most part. But then you zoom up. Cody Ware got sideways. Because they were 4 wide too with the 77, the 34, and the 66. And then they just ran out of real estate. 77 hooks the 51. They go sideways. Logano. Oh. it's further up. Logano has the 51 initially missed, but the 12 and the 33 locked horns. We are in Texas, so we got to put it like that. They get into each other. They're up into the outside wall, and the 12 barely touches the 22, and then into the 33 he goes, and bounced off of Bubba Wallace as well. So our points leader, Joey Logano, is caught up in this mess. Tough break for the 22 camp, as it's a multi-car wreck, 2 cars upside down, and the night over for 2 of Hendrick's top drivers, the Bowman and Larson. Ross Chastain was the leader at the time of caution. Let's do some onboards here. We'll start with the 22, our points leader, Joey Logano. Riding on board with the Ford, number 22 out of Penske Racing, Joey Logano. Wow, look at that right out the front window, and then the more calamity that incurred, boom, right into the driver's side of the 33. Logano gets it straight, but obviously a big buckle on the hood of that Shell Pennzoil 22. Points leader in trouble. We're under caution already for the second time. Hopefully, our setting adjustments have alleviated any further damage. Working our second caution period of the night. It is not taking long for the yellows to come out, and I'm praying that we have alleviated some of that problem. As we get ready to just get things situated, Ross Chastain does maintain the lead. Cars now out of the race. Points leader, Joey Logano, with his damage. They had to put it behind the wall. And the 5 and the 48, Kyle Larson, Alex Bowman, they are both done for the night. Austin Hill is now our lone car 1 lap down. 12 car with some damage as well. He is last on the field as we speak. Should get the one to go this time by. Ross Chastain is the leader. Zane Smith with some pit strategy. He will be out second. Connor Zilic third, so that means... Actually, no, we're not doing double file, so Zilic will have to work to get to Chastain. Priest will restart fourth. Allmendinger fifth. Chase Briscoe sixth. His teammate Christopher Bell seventh. Brad Keselowski eighth. Ty Dillon ninth. And Michael McDowell has worked his way into the top 10 with some good pit strategy. He will restart from the 10th position. So some more cars out of the race with our 2 early cautions that we have already experienced here. It's a 2-mile oval, and man, it is fast. It is a fast 2-mile oval here just outside of the Bryan College Station area. Lights out atop the pace car means we're going back green at lap 11 with 90 to go. I'm trying to make this entertaining for you guys. And, you know, I'm not your conventional commentator either. I'm willing to point out the flaws that occur in this race. If you watched our last race, Darlington, first off, I apologize. Secondly, that was quite interesting. Jack Mitchell down in the comments, he can tell you all about that because he had the call with me on that one. So, but obviously Jack's feeling pretty good right now because 2 of his guys are in the top 3, whereas his other guy, 20th. So, we'll see how things get interesting as this race continues to progress. Long way to go. Long way to go. Yes, Darlington was a race. It was a race. Eric Jones, who won that race, he's going to restart 11th here, so not too shabby for the number 43 that brought it to victory lane. Brought the same car with obviously some damage fixed, as everybody got a Darlington stripe last time out. Ross Chastain going to restart as the leader, a guy that really needs it. 1 win to his credit on the season with 2 top 10s. Long race to go, but would love to keep that car up here at the front. He's going to have Zane Smith starting right behind him, who gambled on the pit strategy. As we get back to green, can we make it 1 lap? We're going to find out right now. Chastain with a solid restart. Connor Zilich immediately dives to the inside as they will split it 2 wide, maybe 3 wide further back. So Chastain settles into the lead. Zilich will follow suit as Zane Smith starts to cascade further back. They are clean for the most part as they come down into turns 3 and 4. A.J. Allmendinger looking for second. I heard wall scraping. Okay, never mind. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Chastain will lead him to the line, and we complete 1 green flag lap. 210 miles an hour as they bear down into the corner. Allmendinger has settled into second place, trying to sniff the draft of the 1. Chase Briscoe settled into third. Now he'll gun for second. Trying to take that away from A.J. Allmendinger. Not a lot of push behind him, but has a solid run. He'll take his teammate, the 20 of Christopher Bell, with him as Chastain continues to pace the pack. Zilich now fighting for the 4th spot from A.J. Allmendinger. The 20 will now punt it to the inside of his teammate in Chase Briscoe. Does he have enough of a run? Zilich didn't go with Bell. He'll go to the outside. But the better line is through 3 and 4 on the inside, so not the best of moves there from Zilich. So he's caught on the outside with Keselowski bearing down on him. This all happening behind the race leader, Ross Chastain, who just turned in his second best lap of the race. Chase Briscoe now with all the clean air he needs to start running him down as they settle it out single file. Bell settles into third. Zilich, our rookie, he's now 4th. Allmendinger settles into 5th. 6th goes to the 6 of Brad Keselowski. His teammate Ryan Preece just took 7th away from Eric Jones. Man, that might be our new points leader if he keeps it clean the rest of the race. He is in prime position to do just that. They're going to go 3 wide, though. Here comes William Byron to the inside. Between him and the 38 is Zane Smith. Big run for the 24 as the 43 drops further back. They have started to really settle in here. Might have a battle for the lead before long as the 19 sniffing at the 1 of Ross Chastain. 85 laps to go here at Texas World in College Station. If you're just tuning in, already 2 cautions under our belt. And now we'll have a battle for the race lead. Chase Briscoe to the inside of Ross Chastain for the race lead. Through 1 and 2, the 1 will not have the advantage as the Toyotas will dive and work the inside line. Zilich goes with his teammate. But because of that run, you get through 3 and 4 on the inside. Give the 19 to Chase Briscoe the race lead. Briscoe, another guy that really needs a solid run, just fell out of the top 10 in points after a rough finish at Darlington. They're running up on the lap car here of Austin Hill. But Briscoe, 14th in points right now, would love to be able to pick that up. Bell settles into second, Chastain third. Under fire for 4th now is Zilich as A.J. Allmendinger sticks it to the inside. The front 8 have formed a bit of a breakaway from 9th place Ty Gibbs, but him and Denny Hamlin, the 2 Gibbs teammates, have settled it out. They might be able to use the draft and suck back up to the leaders. Oh boy, they're running up on the lap car here of Austin Hill, the slower 33. Where will they meander around him? Chastain tried to go low, and now we'll stick it low 3 wide to try and get around the 33. But now that's going to hold up that outside line. Ty Gibbs nearly ran into the 6. The 16 ran out of real estate. 45, Tyler Reddick with a big run. Holy cow. Tyler Reddick started dead last on the field, and he is now in the top 10. You talk about a good car under those Xfinity colors right now. That is that 45 of Reddick. As the rest of the field tries to navigate around the 33, we're on lap 19, getting ready to head to 20. 19 of Briscoe has been able to build a decent lead over his teammate Christopher Bell. But again, the draft at this track, it's so good, it just disappears. So we'll go to the back of the pack here. They're dealing with, again, the 33 of Austin Hill, trying to get and put him all the way to the back, which they do. St. Smith, who restarted second, got caught up behind the 33. He is now last amongst the leaders. Change for the race lead. Here comes Christopher Bell. Inside of his teammate, Chase Briscoe. He'll battle Priest for second, but now our third leader, or rather fourth leader of the race, Christopher Bell, now holds the top spot. Again, pit window will vary between 23 to 25 laps. These cars last pitted at lap 10, so we're about halfway to the start of green flag pit stops appearing for the first time tonight. So Bell grabs the lead. Priest trying to take second away from Briscoe. The Trackhouse teammates, they will now battle for the fourth spot. More side-by-side they are, that allows the leader to get away. Good run there through two for Briscoe on the top side. Will he have the run down the backstretch he needs to hang on to second? The draft definitely going to help him, and yeah, the 19 will hang on. 3 wide for third as the 88 dove it in there hard, and the 1 will fall further back. Denny Hamlin with a nice run. Near contact between the 24 and the 16. They're still 3 wide as they hit the start-finish line. Chastain going the wrong direction right now, our pole sitter. He was second moments ago and now is in danger of falling out of the top 10. Oh, Custer gets the wall just a little bit entering 3. Did not take the best line. But everyone still settles out. In the meantime, the 20 of Christopher Bell has the lead as we are near the 1/4 mark. So it's time for a voice break. You'll enjoy the sights and sounds of College Station and Texas World Speedway. Christopher Bell leading the Aggieland 400 here on MSC. here at Texas World Speedway as the leaders once again trying to navigate their way around the 33 of Austin Hill. The slower lap machine could be trouble, though, as we're going to keep an eye on this as Connor Zilich going the wrong direction, was up in third, but now getting held up by that slower 33 has cost him dearly as he falls way outside of the top 10, potentially even the top 15. So a tough break for the 88 of Connor Zilich. Had all that ground, and now he's going to have to try and make it back up. But we're going to keep our eye here on this slower 33 as the leaders and the pack itself trying to navigate it around. You're watching the Aggieland 400 on the Mock Season Central Network channel. It's Carlos Zimmerman with you on this Wednesday night. Glad to have you here. Don't forget to chime down in the comments below. Let us know where you're enjoying this one from here this evening as we are steadily approaching our first round of pit stops. 33 now going to woe up this 21 and 42 group here. Drive an even further wedge in the back of this pack. Cody Ware and Ty Dillon trying to work their way around him. Josh Berry is going to be the non-benefactor here. I hate to see that because that's my driver. The 21 of Berry trying to get to the inside of the 33 here and will. And looks like the pit window is opening. Zane Smith, Ryan Blaney towards the back of the pack. They bring it down. They look to be the only two. So the window opens here at lap 31, but you also got to think Zane Smith, a driver that only took fuel on the last pit stop, so he is down for tire service. And it will be a full 4-tire stop for the 38, and I would assume it to be for the 12 as well. Let's see, any more takers? Briscoe out of the top 10 and out of the lead, no less. Chase Briscoe down into the pits. See if anybody else is going to join him. His Gibbs teammates, Christopher Bell and Denny Hamlin. Chris Buescher, former points leader. Connor Zilich also in. Bubba Wallace, Ricky Stenhouse, SVG, Chase Elliott, Timmy Hill. Good gaggle of cars making their way down into the pits to get some service. We'll see who is in next. It will be most of our leaders as Cole Custer stays on an extra lap. Ryan Preece, Ross Chastain, AJ Allmendinger, Eric Jones, and pretty much the rest of the pack. 45 will get it down into the pits, so yup, that's pretty much everybody. It's the 12 and the 38 were the first two to come in. They are side by side as our leaders continue to get service. Let's look at the pit lane 1 camera and take a gander as to how long these stops are going. Ross Chastain, the pole sitter. A little extended stay, but he is out ahead of Ryan Preece. Everybody else trying to navigate their way off. Oh, boy! Daniel Suarez makes contact out of the pits. And then the 7 stints up into traffic, and the caution comes out. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Just as the cycle was closing, Cole Custer is the last one in the pits. Everyone racing back to the caution. Chase Briscoe should assume the race lead. Are we going to have another Darlington situation? Daniel Suarez, his day is over. So is Connor Zilich, who I believe was the one that ran into the 7 as he spun up into the racetrack. Oh my goodness. What a mess. I think it's going to settle out here. I think the dust is going to settle. Where is the 41? Okay. These guys, some of these guys have yet to pick up the pace car. Pace car's in turn 4. The leaders are coming around to pick them up now as we are finally settled into the yellow. I don't think it's gonna be a Darlington 2.0, Jack. Think we're all good. It looks like everyone's gonna still bring it down pit lane to top the cars off. It's got some cars down here in the pits trying to do just that. So while they settle themselves out, why don't we go back and take a look and see what happened to Daniel Suarez, whose night has come to an end along with Connor Zilich. And it all started in the pits. Or coming out of the pits at that. So watch the 7 here. Just ran right into the 6 of Brad Keselowski. 45 gets a ding. And so the 7's trying to get it back out there onto the racetrack. That's his teammate, mind you, to the inside of him in the 71. And I don't know if it was a spotter issue. 71 just turns into his teammate as they enter the racetrack. And, oh my gosh. Yeah. And that is where Connor Zilich is just an unfortunate bystander. And that was it. So some odd, I wouldn't say turmoil between the 71 and the 7. I think it may have been a spotter issue. And again, just an unlucky break for the 88 of Zilich, who was having such a good run. I'm going to ride on board with him here. The guy that just had nowhere to go. There's the 7. Just clipped him. And that's the end of the night for both the 88 and the 7. That's what puts us under the third caution of the night. Hopefully, they settle things out. Welcome back to Texas World. And it looks like it is not going to be a Darlington 2.0. We're going to restart with 22 on the lead lap, 4 on the tail end of the lead lap that are going to drop to the back. 2 cars out of the race because of that yellow. Connor Zilich in the 88. Not what he wanted to see. 29th in points. Had a great start. And just an innocent bystander. And the 7 of Daniel Suarez, who came into the race tonight, 13th in points with only 1 top 10, but it stayed pretty consistent. But his night is over due to that incident. Technical overheat on the 88 and the ignition going out on the 7. And we will restart with 22 on the lead lap. Brad Kay, who was damaged because of that incident. He's off the lead lap, as is Chase Elliott, Carson Hocevar, Timmy Hill, Josh Berry. Ryan Blaney, Riley Herbst, Austin Dillon, and Noah Gregson are the 4 that are going to be dropping to the back. As, well, we caught a break with that happening at the very end of the cycle of green flag pit stops. If you remember last week at Darlington, a yellow came out right in the middle of the cycle and trapped several cars off the lead lap. Working lap 37 of 100. As the lead lap cars will go by, the tail end of the lead lap cars. And we have got, as they just navigate and meander around them, they'll get that all settled out here in a little bit. Cole Custer is your leader. So the pit strategy worked out well for the 41 as he was in the pits at the moment of caution. Ross Chastain will restart 2nd. Ty Gibbs 3rd. How about Todd Gilliland up here in 4th? The culprit of the caution, Michael McDowell, is 5th. A man that has already been hit with penalties this season. Will another one be carried out? And if another penalty happened to the 71, that meant he was going to be suspended for 3 races. So a lot of questions to be answered in the Spire camp for James Qualls and Rafael Leduc. But for the moment, he is 5th. Ty Dillon 6th. Ryan Preece 7th, Chase Briscoe 8th, Chris Buescher, he is 9th. And how about Ricky Stenhouse Jr. out of Hayek Motorsports? He is going to restart in 10th. And again, we're going to have 22 cars on the lead lap as we get ready for the restart. Everybody came down into the pits just to top the cars off. Means if we stay green to the next round of green flag pit stops, that'll put us past halfway. And we'll see if things just continue to get interesting. Still a long way to go here tonight at Texas World Speedway. Toyota Camry pace car makes the hard left to the pits. Cole Custer ready to get us back to green here in College Station. Not the best of restarts for the 41 as Chastain sticks the nose to the outside. Might not work out for the 1 as Ty Gibbs sticks it to the inside of him. Ricky Stenhouse going the wrong way here on this restart. In the meantime, we're going to have a battle for the lead. Here comes Ty Gibbs in the SiriusXM colors to the inside of the 41 of Cole Custer for the race lead. Todd Gilliland will now gun for second and move the 54 of Ty Gibbs to the point. Two wide, three wide in some areas as they head for 2. Gilliland runs the 1 way up out of the groove as they come off the corner. Good gaggle of cars in this group. 3 wide, a little further back as they're getting some more racy. Ty Dillon going the wrong direction. The inside, definitely the friendlier right now. There's the man that may find himself atop the point standings at the end of this one. Should he keep the car clean, knowing what I just said might have jinxed him. That's Eric Jones, who won last week at Darlington. Wouldn't he love to go back-to-back? Sporting the Richard Petty throwback. In the meantime, Ty Gibbs maintaining the race lead. Cole Custer's gotten back to his back bumper. Didn't get a great run there in the 3 and 4, so the 54 will maintain for the moment single file amongst the top 9. As Chastain guns for the spot held by Ryan Preece. Help from A.J. Allmendinger behind him. So the top 9 settle things out, single file, and now make it the top 13 as they try to just keep things within arm's length of each other. So here at lap 42, Ty Gibbs is your leader, Custer second. Gibbs has got a teammate up here in third in Chase Briscoe, who's going to stick it to the inside of Cole Custer. You know, we haven't talked a whole lot of Gibbs throughout this season. Kev Shearer, Ryan George, the Pennsylvania duo, heading up that camp. And it has been up and down for Gibbs. Hamlin is the leader amongst the team, a 4-car operation. He's 4th in points. Tyler Reddick, oh, sorry, that's 2311. You have to forgive me, they're all Toyotas. Scrolling through the points here, just trying to work my way through. Christopher Bell, he's 11th in points. But Ty Gibbs, he has struggled. 26th in the points right now through 6 races. Not where he wants to be. And then Chase Briscoe's 14th in points. So pretty spread out for the Gibbs group. But they are well represented right now in this top 10. With Gibbs leading, Briscoe second, Denny Hamlin trying to get 4th away from Todd Gilliland. And then Bell is just outside the top 10 in 11th. So Toyota seems to be the manufacturer right now that is going to be the one that's tough to beat as we near the halfway point. Jones throwing it way down to the bottom, 3 wide. Gets the 17 out of shape and the 24. Gutsy move there for one of those Toyotas in Eric Jones. Briscoe thought about taking second away from Custer, but for the moment, it's all happening behind Ty Gibbs. You can call it Todd Gilliland running 4th right now. 17th in points. If the chase began today, he'd be the first car out. But he is 4th on the racetrack right now after a decent pit strategy. As they are running up on that slower 33 once again. Ty Gibbs and company throwing it way to the inside, they're just running out of real estate here to try and get around that slower 33. Cole Custer is going to be the one that struggles from this, as does Denny Hamlin. Everybody else scooting by on the inside. We're going to keep our eyes locked here as this could breed trouble. Hamlin dives to the inside, trying to get around the 33. The 11, just nowhere to go for him. Oh boy, 3 wide into the corner. And the 11 just going the complete wrong direction because of getting woed up by the 33. And we see some of the slower cars further back, but still just trying to hang around in this one. A lot of the lap machines. As I think they've got the 33 well in hand. Ty Gibbs continues to pace the field, and it's getting interesting. Just on the edge of the top 5. As Ryan Preece dives to the inside of the 43 and the 24, trying to give the 43 a taste of his own medicine. And they've got a new player up here in the top 10. How about Austin Cindric? He's climbed his way up. Just got by Eric Jones, and so it looks like he'll move up the scoring pylon. Freightliner black and blue Ford Deuce. He's now 7th. 12th in points, looking for his second top 10 of the year if he can keep it up here, as Gilliland really struggled into the corner there, but looks like he'll hang on to 6th for the time being. Here and halfway done here at Texas World. Ty Gibbs is your leader. Chase Briscoe, his teammate, runs 2nd. Ryan Preece has now moved up to 3rd. William Byron, really the last Hendrick representative. He's up to 4th. Seabell 5th, Gilliland 6th, Cindric 7th, Busher 8th, Eric Jones 9th, Cole Custer rounds out the top 10. There's our pole sitter at. There's Chastain 14th on the racetrack right now after seeing his teammate Connor Zilic go out in our last caution. So why don't we take another voice break here at the halfway mark of the Aggieland 400 at Texas World Speedway in College Station. Ty Gibbs and Chase Briscoe. Gibbs 1 and 2 here in the Lone Star State as we step aside, but you won't miss a thing. Boy, a lot has happened during that voice break. You saw it right there on your screen. 2, 3 wide, nearly 4 wide a few laps ago as we are at Texas World Speedway in College Station, Texas, here in the heart of the Brazos Valley. I'm Carlos Zimmerman with you here in the NASCAR Mock season as it looks like the pit window has reopened, ladies and gentlemen. Pit stops back underway. Can we keep it green during this segment? I sure hope so. As the leader, one of the former leaders, Ty Gibbs, he has brought it in. Saw his Gibbs teammate, Denny Hamlin, joining him. Ty Dillon, SVG, Todd Gilliland, Tyler Reddick, amongst those that have brought it down into the pits. Chase Briscoe leading the pack right now. Eric Jones now second. Third is Allmendinger. Buescher is fourth. Looks like the top three are getting ready to bring it in. No, Briscoe stays out another lap. Here come the 43 and the 16. They are also navigating their way around the slower 33, and that's what I have my worries about. Guys will start bringing it back out there onto the racetrack, out of the pit cycle. Looks like everyone's okay for the time being. Still clean and green. Briscoe with a sizable lead over Buescher for second. We'll see if the 19 decides to come down this time by. This would ensure he would need only one stop to make it to the end. As the leader Briscoe pits. And it looks like everybody's going to follow him in. Keep our eye here on this trio of Toyotas. Ty Gibbs would be the one that would cycle out. Let's check out the pit stop on the 19 of Briscoe. Should be 4 tires and a full tank of Sunoco racing fuel. Right side's on, left side's going on to that Freebird number 19. Briscoe out of the pits. We'll have Allmendinger right behind him, it looks like. It was an exit of pit road collision that brought out our last caution. It looks like we're not going to run into that problem. Oh boy, 20 was down in the grass. Looks like he got it corrected, but now he's going to lose some spots. But this should cycle out to Briscoe. Because now here comes the 54 and the 11. Catching the pack. As they now run into the slower 33 once again, but this should cycle out to Chase, being the race leader. As we close out the cycle. There was the 17 and the 2. Is that them on the inside? Yes, it is. So there you go. There's the pass for the lead. It's the 19 and the 16 that have broken away from everybody. A solid pit stop, and the yellow is out. Caution waves yet again. What happened? It's on the back stretch, and it had to do with the 33. What a surprise. A caution comes out after we cycle around. It happened just as we cycled, but now we're going to re-rack them. Holy Toledo. Fourth caution of the race here in the Aggieland 400, and it evolves out of the RCR camp. That United Rentals 33, Austin Hill, who was already off the lead lap, last car on the racetrack. We'll see if that's enough, if that's going to put him behind the wall, but why don't we go back and see what happened to the 33 of Hill. Got it dialed up here. He's running up with the 10 of Ty Dillon. I think as cars were coming out of the pits. Oh, wow. Just ran out of real estate there as Noah Gregson tried to go around him on the outside. And just hooks him. Big time lick for both the 33 and the 4. But lucky for everybody else on the racetrack, he spun down and didn't stay up. But it was enough to put us back under the yellow. 33 of Austin Hill got it corrected, but a lot more damage now on that United Rentals 33. That puts us under our 4th yellow of the night here in College Station. Working our fourth caution of the night. Everybody was able to cycle out, and believe it or not, the 16 actually, that was not those two breaking away. That was A.J. Allmendinger trying to stay on, get his lap back. So that caution came at an awful time for the 16 of Allmendinger, who was trying to get his lap back from the pit cycle. So that leaves us with 21 on the lead lap, as it looks like the 33 and the 4 are going to be able to continue. So we still got 32 cars out there on the racetrack. 11 of them off the lead lap, 21 on the lead lap. So here's your field as they run. Briscoe, he is first. Denny Hamlin, his teammate, is second. A fellow Toyota is third. Toyotas holding the top 4 spots as we run. Todd Gilliland will restart fifth, a Ford. Ryan Preece, a fellow Ford, sixth. Then you go here to Eric Jones, a Toyota, seventh. A Ford in Austin Cindric, eighth. Chris Buescher, ninth, a Ford. Ryan Blaney, a Ford. Actually, no, he's off the lead lap, I should say. And there's your first Chevy in the running order, and it's Ty Dillon. That is the highest running of the Chevrolets. William Byron's going to restart 11th. SVG, he will restart 12th. Bubba, 13th. Bell, 14th. Cole Custer, 15th. Ricky Stenhouse, 16th. McDowell, 17th. You back up here. Cody Ware, hanging in there on the lead lap. He's in 18th. JHN, 19th. Zane Smith, 20th, and should be Ross. Yep, Ross Chastain, last car on the lead lap in 21st. So that'll be the field when we're able to get back to green. Should get the one to go next time by. That'll mean we'll go green with 36 laps to go. That means one more pit stop before all is said and done here tonight in College Station. Next week, it is supposed to be Bristol. I haven't fully committed yet if we are going to go to that half-mile oval in Bristol, Tennessee. I'm going to leave that up again to ownership. It'll either be Bristol or another option. We'll put that together in our Discord, and we'll see what ownership decides to go with for race number 8. But we still have to decide race number 7. Again, race recap for you. We got 6 cars behind the wall. Connor Zilich, Daniel Suarez, Joey Logano, our points leader coming into tonight. He is done. Kyle Larson, Alex Bowman, and B.J. McLeod are our cars out of the race. Everyone else 1 lap down. Austin Hill 4 laps down. 21 cars on the lead lap. We are working our 4th caution. But Chase Briscoe cycled out with the lead, and he will restart as the leader with 3 Toyotas right behind him as they get by the lap machine of A.J. Allmendinger. Toyota showing their prowess in this race. The Ford's up here as well. Again, it's stunning that the highest Chevy is Ty Dillon. Ty would love a great finish. He's 27th in points. If I do my quick math here, I was a MASCOM major in college. You'll have to forgive me. He's 84 points behind the Chase cut line. I know, talking about the Chase, but a lot of races still to decide things before we can start thinking about it. I mean, this is race 7, so after this, 18 regular season races before you get to the final 10. We're going to restart with 36 laps to go. Briscoe, Hamlin, Reddick, who started last in this race today after having a mishap in qualifying. Ty Gibbs and Todd Gilliland. That's the top 5. 4 Toyotas and a Ford to get us back under green. Really, with the way this racetrack runs and with the way the cautions have fallen today, who knows what's going to happen in these final 36 laps, but we're going to get to figure it out together, won't we? Briscoe, Hamlin, Reddick, and Gibbs, 4 Toyotas to get us back to green flag racing here in College Station. Good restart for the 19. They'll go 2 abreast further back. The 4 Toyotas break away instantly. 3 Gibbs cars and 1 2311 machine for R.J. Bishop and Nick Gunther. In Tyler Reddick, who once again started last on the field, but now the Toyotas will split. Denny Hamlin wants a turn at the front. If the cards play out well enough and Hamlin finishes further ahead of Eric Jones, could be Hamlin that comes out with the points lead, especially if he goes to victory lane. Dive down here into this fast turn 2. Gibbs battling Briscoe for second. Still the 4 Toyotas got a stranglehold of the top 4. Ford's running 5, 6, and 7, and here come the Chevys of William Byron and Ty Dillon of all people. Trying to work their way up. Byron, the last really big representative here for Hendrick. Great run through 3 and 4. Trying to wrestle a spot away from Todd Gilliland. In the meantime, they have started to shuffle Reddick further out of the top 4. Now the Ford duo out of RFK, a team that has really dominated this season thus far, with Buscher and Brad Keselowski in the top 5 in points. Ryan Preece trying to get his season together. Wouldn't he love a great finish today, if not a win, as they will shuffle Ty Gibbs out of the top 3. And now will set their sights on the Gibbs duo of Hamlin and Briscoe. Reddick now to the inside of Gibbs. That'll allow the 24. Ooh, had to get out of the throttle there a little bit. Trying to get some suck up here. Eric Jones sticks it to the inside of the 24. Another Toyota trying to get his way up into the lead group. Wouldn't he love to go back to back? 3 wide, a little further back here. Bubba Wallace, we haven't talked much about him. He's trying to get into the picture here. We got a battle for the race lead, though. Let's zoom up to that. Briscoe to the inside of his teammate Denny Hamlin. Ryan Preece will try to take second away from that Sports Clip Toyota. Doesn't have the run down the back, so he'll slide in behind. Chris Buscher, though, had a run. He'll drop inside of his teammate. Trying to get third away, but he thinks better of it. They start to settle things out, but you have 31 to complete. Here in College Station in the Aggieland 400, single file amongst the top 10. How long will that last, though? Not long. Ty Gibbs trying to get a good run here on the 17 of Buscher. Now Preece sticks it to the inside here of the 11. Does he have the speed? No, he does not. It's all happening, of course, behind Chase Briscoe, one of the odds-on favorites right now to collect win number 1 on the year. It is worth noting, no wins out of the Gibbs camp. Hamlin, 4th in points, 3 top 10s, no wins. Chase Briscoe, 14th in points, 1 top 10, no wins. Christopher Bell, 2 top 10s, no wins. Ty Gibbs, deep in the points, 2 top 10s, no wins. And Gibbs right now is in a great spot to make it happen. Still green flag racing here in Texas. They're going to run up again on that slower 33 that caused our last yellow. Not necessarily his fault, but still could present trouble down the stretch. Leaders are single file, though. It depends on where they catch this 33 is going to be the question. It's going to be into the corner. Briscoe really nowhere to go as the 60 dives it low. Denny Hamlin's going to get rode up by the 33. Big run on the outside for another Toyota in Eric Jones. Could this be a problem yet again? Hamlin this time able to get hill to the extreme high side. We'll keep our eye on that. 33 is Dillon. Able to just scoot on by. '23 in the 1 here, trying to Gained some traction to get by him. And I think we are good. Otherwise, Jack said get him off the track. He's bringing some excitement, buddy. As Ryan Preece, out of all that, assumes the race lead. We approach 25 laps to go. 54 gets shuffled out of line as Christopher Bell making a hard charge. All the Gibbs team up here inside the top 10. Hamlin trying to stay in there ahead of Todd Gilliland. All happening behind Ryan Preece right now. Gibbs going the wrong direction right now. He was 4th last time by. He is now going to be 11th. Loses 7 spots in 1 lap. That's what this track can do to you. 3 wide in front of him as Austin Cindric's in the wrong spot. Ty Gibbs going to be able to easily get back inside the top 10 as Cindric tries to bring it back down. Battle again for the race lead. Chase Briscoe with ease gets around the 60. With still 1 pit stop left to go, and it's the money stop. Christopher Bell was just outside the top 10 4 laps ago. Is all of a sudden up in 2nd, running up here with his Gibbs teammate. Byron trying to get 3rd away from Ryan Preece, but he won't have the run. Two Toyotas in the top 2, 2 Fords right behind them, the 60 and the 17, and then 2 Chevys. Byron and Custer holding 5th and 6th. But again, the question will be, who is going to make it count in pit lane? That is going to determine who comes out on top. They've settled things out single file. Who's going to start making some moves here? Here comes Preece once again. Inside of the 20 for 2nd. 3 and 4, that is where you want to make the passes, it looks like. As they now break up the Gibbs duo in the 1 and 2 spots. Byron's going to get shuffled up high. It's the 17 trying to make a pass. Here comes Cole Custer to the inside of Byron. Not going to have the run off of 1 and 2 he wants. Looks like the outside is where you want to be in 1 and 2, but the inside's where you want to be in 3 and 4. Depending on what line you're running. As Byron starts to slide back. It is all happening here behind Chase Briscoe, who turning in some good laps in this race. Has wrestled the lead away once again. Should be our most laps led by the end of this one. We'll see how it all shakes out. 21 to go when they hit the line. When will the pit window open to? That is going to be the question. Doesn't matter what happens. Everyone, when they make a pit stop, they'll be good to make it to the end. Bell 3rd, Buscher 4th. Custer has now wrestled 5th away from Byron. Wouldn't it be something if Cole Custer just throws a wedge into all of this? Wouldn't that be something if he came away a winner today? 21st in points, 1 top 10 to his credit so far. Look at the tail end of this group here. This is A.J. Allmendinger, who's off the lead lap. He's the first car 1 lap down, trying to get his lap back. And he's still got a mess load of cars to try and get through, and he didn't have a good run there through the corner. In the meantime, a lot of action happening behind Briscoe. 3 wide for 3rd. Here comes Cole Custer for Haas Factory Team. All of a sudden up into 3rd. Gibbs runs 1 and 2. Let's see the times this time by. Custer that lap 34.90, 34.91, 35.057. Custer with the fastest lap amongst the top 3. Fastest amongst the top 5. He has got the best car on the racetrack right now. Looks like the pit window's open. Cars are making the money stop. So we cycle back through the field. Get up to the leaders here. When will they pit? The 19 won't. The 20 and the 41 will. Starting to also catch Austin Hill once again here as the pit window is open. Final pit stops. Contact in pit lane. Not sure who it was. They settle it out. It was Ty Gibbs and Todd Gilliland. Doesn't bring out a yellow, thank goodness. But they make contact at the end of pit road. And here come the 3 leaders. Briscoe, Byron, and Busher. Tyler Reddick follows suit. Did somebody stay out there? Austin Cindric stays out another lap. Trying to roll the dice here, maybe hoping for a yellow to happen. As he catches the 33 here, he'll get around him. And the 2 should be bringing it down this time by to close out his round of pit stops. Here comes that Freightliner 2. Believe he was the last one. So we'll keep our eye here on him as he comes down. He is a lonesome dove. Trying to gamble, hope for a yellow to happen. We are still green. As the pit cycling happens, Cindric makes it to his stall. Across the line to make it 16 to go. It'll be 15 to go next time by. Gets the left sides on and pulls out. And the caution's out. We got a wreck in 3 and 4. Oh my goodness. Big one. Busher, Custer, Dillon. Looks like Tyler Reddick may have gotten a piece of it, and oh my. That just flipped this on its head. Just as Cindric was finishing the pit cycle, the caution waves. I pray that doesn't trap everybody a lap down. It shouldn't. Let's see how it ends up shaking out as we got some cars in pit lane. Ty Gibbs with damage. This happened amongst our leaders. Cole Custer, I just got done talking about him. Allmendinger, Busher, Ty Dillon, who was having a great run. Grease, Hamlin, they're out of the race too. What happened in 3 and 4? Well, we're going to find out as Austin Cindric is your race leader, it appears, for the moment. And indeed he is. We're going to have a whale of a finish here at Texas World, but let's go back and see what happened. We're going to have our eye here on the 17 of Chris Busher. So they were bringing it back onto the racetrack, and I think him and Tyler Reddick, they make contact. They are right on each. Oh my gosh, they just didn't see each other. It happens right in front of Cole Custer. There's Ryan Preece. Eric Jones just skated by. Denny Hamlin could not. And that locks up the track. Everyone trying to slow down. Allmendinger plows in, and then nowhere to go for Ty Dillon. That's how he got caught up in it. Plows into the 16. Zane Smith gets into it. Looking further down here as the 41 came down. Who hits him? JHN was able to skate by. Austin Dillon skates by. Did 97 get a piece of that? Was he able to get it woed down? Oh, he might have our best onboard here. Yeah, he's going to have our best onboard here. Will the 97 as he skates through this one. But my goodness. We'll back it up again. Just contact on the back straightaway as they were wrapping up the cycle. Let's go full speed. 45 just comes up. The 17 comes up with it, and they just make contact. And then the melee ensues behind them. Go full speed with the 41. 16 plows in and then, collects the other three. And that was that. Well, we go on board with the 97 of Shane Van Gisbergen. I think he had the best view. And was able to get through it, no less. On board with the WeatherTech 97 of SVG as under our fifth caution, the big one strikes. Hello! Okay. Made a little bump there to the 11, but kept on trucking regardless. And that's what has us under our fifth caution of the night. Whale of a finish coming here in College Station. Lights still on the pace car as they are still cleaning up things. We are going to restart with 16 cars on the lead lap. Cars out of the race as a result of that incident. Ryan Preece, who was on track for a great finish, unfortunately gets collected. Denny Hamlin, who was fourth in points, involved. The 17 of Chris Buescher, third in points. Cole Custer, we were talking about, had the best car on the racetrack. Gets caught up in it, unfortunately, and his race is done. So 16 cars on the lead lap. And here is how they run. Austin Cindric, did he play the strategy to a T? Staying out as long as he did and got the caution while he was in the pits. He will restart first. Chase Briscoe, he is second. Christopher Bell third. William Byron is fourth. Reddick, despite being caught up in that incident a little bit, up into that outside wall, he is fifth, hanging in there. Eric Jones sixth. Ricky Stenhouse is seventh. Cody Ware runs eighth. Bubba Wallace ninth. Michael McDowell is 10th. Chastain 11th. Dodd Gilliland is 12th with a little bit of left side scuffs. SVG 13th. JHN 14th. Ty Gibbs is 15th with some scuffs. And then Zane Smith with no front bumper, still on the lead lap in 16th. So we jump back to the front. Pace car light should go out this time by. And that means we are going to restart with 10 laps to go. In for a doozy of a finish. Jack, I'm sorry. Every time I don't have you in the booth, we have a pretty decent race, and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, man. And I know it doesn't help that your guys out there on the track right now aren't doing the best, but hey, on the lead lap regardless, and only one of them out of the race, so I guess you got that going for you. Austin Cindric playing his cards right. He's going to restart with the lead. He's 12th in points, looking for a great finish, maybe a win here at Texas World. And he's going to have some trouble behind him. Yeah, you're right, Jack. One day we'll get it together. maybe it'll be next race. We'll find out. He's going to have Cindric, as I was saying, 2 Gibbs cars right behind him. Byron 4th and Reddick in 5th. Who's going to come out on top here in Seastat in the Aggieland 400? Are we done with cautions? We're going to find that out. Everyone can make it to the end. In a 10-lap dash to the finish, Cindric, Briscoe, Bell, Byron, and Reddick to get us back to green. Already one car diving to the inside. That's Eric Jones to the inside of Reddick. That's for the 5th spot. Reddick dropping further back as now Stenhouse and Cody Ware, of all people, up here in the top 10. Here they go to the inside, the 2 Toyotas, the 19 and the 20, immediately to the inside of Austin Cindric. Briscoe, arguably the best car on the racetrack. Now under fire from his teammate Christopher Bell, but Trace Briscoe settles into the lead with 9 to go. Cindric on the outside of Bell for 2nd. Eric Jones back into the mix. He is up to 4th. Side by side for 2nd. That's what Chase Briscoe wants to see in his rearview mirror. Them getting sideways behind him. How about Cody Ware to the inside of Ricky Stenhouse Jr., gunning for the 6th spot on the racetrack. Bubba Wallace and Michael McDowell in tow. Meanwhile, Cindric going the wrong direction at the moment. Bell settles in to the 2nd spot. Getting side by side a little further back. Cody Ware in the wrong spot now. As Bell now sets his sights on his teammate, the 19 of Chase Briscoe. Top 5 have broken away from the rest of the pack as they run side by side further behind them. They're going to need to settle it out if they want to be in the mix for this finish. At the stripe, 7 laps to finish. Briscoe hanging on to the lead for the moment, but 3 Toyotas in the top 3. When will Bell make his move? It's going to be now. Here comes C-Bell to the inside of his teammate Chase Briscoe. Eric Jones going to try and grab 2nd at the same time. Bubba Wallace has broken away from the pack. That would mean 4 Toyotas in the top 6. But he just ran his fastest lap. And he's going to need these guys to stay side by side if he wants to catch back up. Christopher Bell to the point. Eric Jones back into 2nd. 6 laps to go in College Station. Austin Cindric thinking about it, but Jones got a great run through 1 and 2. Bubba starting to catch them as well. We haven't talked much about him today. Could he be the man that wrestles this win away? Eric Jones trying to go back-to-back after winning Darlington last week. Austin Cindric trying to make pit strategy pay off for him. 5 laps to go here at Texas World. Bell is the leader. Here comes Cindric diving it to the inside for 2nd. And he's got the run he needs. Jones hanging tough. That's what Bell wants to see. Bell 11 in points. Would love a big points paying day today with a win. Cindric able to settle into the 2nd spot. Now he sets his sights on the DeWalt Toyota number 20 of Christopher Bell. 4 laps to go here in College Station. Side by side for 3rd as William Byron tries to get it away from Eric Jones. Briscoe also trying to get 4th away as he and Jones get a little side by side. They settle it out to single file. Stenhouse, JHN, SVG, and Michael McDowell hold the rest of the top 10, but the focus is here at the front. Oh boy, that 33 of Austin Hill is dead ahead of the leaders. Three laps to settle it. Byron thinking to the inside of Cindric. But they keep it single file for the time being as they head to the backstretch here at Texas World. There's the 33. Where do they catch that 33? Cindric to the inside of Christopher Bell. Where will he catch that 33, though? They split him side by side as they go around the 33. That's going to roll up William Byron. It's going to go off the stripe, and the leaders are side by side. 2 laps to go. Cindric on the inside of Bell for the lead. And for the moment is able to wrestle the lead away. Is that the winning move for Austin Cindric? Bell still trying to hang on that outside, but here comes Chase Briscoe. Bell did not have the run through 3 and 4 that he needed. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go for the Freightliner Ford of Austin Cindric. Does Briscoe have anything for him? Briscoe has been the dominant car of the day. As they form a gap between them and Jones, they battle for third. It's going to be between the 2 and the 19. Does Austin Cindric spoil a Toyota-dominated day? Through 3 and 4 for the final time, he's going to do it. Makes the pass with 2 to go, and it pays off for Austin Cindric. Win number 1 on the year for the 2 camp as he takes the Aggieland 400. What a drive out of Team Penske's Austin Cindric. A day dominated by the Toyotas, but he doesn't let that faze him. Kind of fitting that the 2 dominant cars of the day are going to take another lap. And a well-deserved victory lap for Austin Cindric. Was 12th in points coming into today with only 1 top 10 to his name. Stayed consistent regardless, and it finally pays off here in race number 7. Briscoe brings it home 2nd. Eric Jones 3rd. Christopher Bell 4th. William Byron 5th. Bubba comes home 6th. How about the back end of the top 10? Ricky Stenhouse comes home 7th. SVG comes home 8th. Cody Ware with the top 10. He's 9th. And Michael McDowell, when the dust settles, ends up with the top 10. But the winner's circle and our winning moment goes to the 2 of Austin Cindric when they split the lap car of Austin Hill. He was in the preferred line, and he was able to hold off a very good Chase Briscoe. And Cindric brings it home here in the Aggieland 400. Why don't we make it official? There you go. There's the rest of your lead lap cars. Todd Gilliland, almost the top 10, was hanging around through most of it today. Reddick ends up 12th after starting last in this race. JHN 13th. Smith with a damaged Whelen modified basically brings it home 14th. Top 15 for the pole sitter Ross Chastain. And then Ty Gibbs rounds out the group on the lead lap. Some decent days for cars that were off the lead lap that'll get top 20s. Hocevar, Herbst, Gregson, and Barry. With a lot of the would-be contenders that were in this race wrecking out in our last caution. Grace, Hamlin, Buescher, and Custer. Other cars that were really good today. Just was not in the cards for them. A tough day for RFK, to say the least. But for Team Penske, on what was really a down day for them, they're able to find their way to victory lane. Austin Cindric, your race winner here in the Aggieland 400. Fun one here at Texas World as Cindric gets the win. And now we continue on to race number 8. Where will it be? Leave that up to ownership once again. Will it be Bristol or will we go somewhere else? But we'll leave the Lone Star State regardless. And one of them that's riding high being our winner, Austin Cindric, the winner of the Aggieland 400. Appreciate y'all tuning in. For our entire team here at Mock Season Central, I'm Carlos Zimmerman. Wishing you a great rest of your Wednesday night. As always, friends, stay safe. Have a pleasant tomorrow. And God bless. We'll see you next time here on the NASCAR Mock Season, part of the Mock Season Central family of networks. Congrats once again to Austin Cindric, your race winner, and to Team Penske, Dylan Young, Michael Norman, and Sean Henley, your winning owners, here tonight, as we say so long one last time from College Station.